In this video, 5 easy and actionable steps to find the perfect YouTube channel idea that fits you. So I'll take you step by step through the process of finding good ideas and researching them. At the end of this video, you will have a list of the most fertile YouTube channel ideas with video ideas. My name is Dexxter Clark from the Netherlands, and with this YouTube channel and my website socialvideoplaza.com I help YouTube creators start their YouTube channel. If you're into that sort of stuff, you should definitely subscribe and hit the bell icon. Realize that you have to pick a topic that you have a lot of interest in, because you're going to make content on this topic for the next 5 years. And although it isn't necessary, it makes making content a lot easier. Step number 1. Write down interesting topics. Over the course of the next week or 2 weeks, write down every single thing that you think of that you're good in or have interest in. Make a list of at least 50 to 100 ideas. The trick is to get as many ideas as you can get, so we can later in a further step can cross off all the bad ones. I've written down some questions that you can ask yourself to find a niche that is a good fit for you. First of all, what are you passionate about? What can you tell a lot about? About which topic can you write a book? What makes you happy or mad? What's your job? Maybe you have an interesting job you can tell a lot about. What's your hobby? Do you have a hobby that is interesting, or what are you doing in your spare time? What are your strengths or skills? What is the last fun informational book you read or documentary you watched? What Facebook groups are you following, for example? The same goes for Twitter and Instagram, by the way. And what kind of YouTube channels are you following? To get those creative juices flowing a little bit, let's take a look at some resources to find more ideas. One of the first resources I would recommend is Amazon, because when we go to Amazon there are a lot of categories over here. For example, automotive, and when I click on automotive I have subcategories, niched down subcategories about car care, tires and wheels, tools and equipment. These could be great channel topics. My second recommendation would be Wikipedia, because on Wikipedia there is a list, an extensive list of hobbies, from 3D printing to acrobatics to acting. A lot is here. But on Wikipedia is also a list of occupations, and there's even, for example, artistic occupations, but there's also a list of sports, kite sports, mixed discipline, orienteering, family pilota. You could also take a look at the categories on Craigslist, for example. But the other marketplace, eBay, has also a really extensive subcategory part. You can also take a look at Quora. Quora has also an extensive list of sub-niches, but also Reddit has an extensive list of categories. Let me show you another way to find sub-niches within some bigger niches. For example, I go to Google and I type in cooking, and then I will get all the results of all the cooking. Over here I have the search bar, and when I press space it will give me some ideas for sub-niches. Cooking ideas is not really a sub-niche, but okay, let's go to sub-niches. When I go to sub-niches I go to ideas for dinner, but it can also be for lunch, so maybe you can specify in lunches for lunch. And now I can niche down Indian lunchbox lunches. When I scroll down a little bit you'll have a section over here. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, this is in Dutch. I tried to switch my browser settings to English. My Windows is English and it keeps turning back to Dutch. Sorry. What can you cook for lunch? What's the best thing you eat for lunch? When you click on these, you'll notice that this list will get larger. There can be ideas, also video ideas, but also ideas for sub-niches. But when you scroll to the bottom of the page, there is also related searches. For example, easy lunch ideas for work, healthy lunches for school. The other tool that I would recommend you to use is free. It's Google Trends. When I go to trends.google.com, it will take me to a search bar. I can type in cooking, for example. Make sure that it is set to worldwide and set to 2004 till now. I can compare this to another search term, for example, cars. then you will see cars is really clear that there is a downwards trend. You want a trend that has a upward trajectory. You can do this in Google search, but you can also select YouTube, and we're going to make YouTube videos. You'll see over here that cooking has an upward trend, but cars has a downward trend. When you scroll down, then you'll see besides the countries, you'll see also the interest, and the related searches are over here. It gives me a suggestion, cooking ASMR. So ASMR could be a really good topic. If you like to get started with some niche ideas, I made a video about low competition channel niches. I will link it in the description below. Step number 2, write down possibilities. Sit down and think about all the possibilities that the channels have that you have written down, and what kind of videos can you make. Also, take a look at other YouTube channels in that niche. For example, what can you do that those YouTube channels don't? What great ideas do they have? Maybe you can do it better. Do you have other topic ideas that they maybe don't? Most ideas come from watching others. What kinds of videos can you make? Is the content discoverable by searching it in YouTube and Google? It's not a necessity, but it makes making content for a beginner a lot easier if your content is discoverable. How many subscribers do they have? How fast did they grow? And how long does the channel already exist? For example, I took this 5-step process myself before diving into this YouTube channel. One of the ideas that I had was a curiosity channel. For example, I wanted to do maybe some sciencey stuff or some interesting stuff that happened all over the world. For example, visiting interesting places or interesting cities in the Netherlands, for example. Some of the channels that I looked at was Physics Girl, Smarter Every Day, Veritasium and Tom Scott. Step number 3, write down a list of demands. We are going to filter now all the bad ideas, the ideas that aren't a good fit for me, or you in this case. My list of demands, for example, when starting this channel was: the channel needs to be bankable, a huge commercial potential. I need to make money within a year with ebooks, courses, sponsorships, you name it. I need to be able to make episodes fast if I need to on a daily basis. I hate investing money in every single episode that I start. A worldwide viewing potential. The Netherlands is simply too small. I need to love the topic to the bone because I need to make a lot of videos about it. And the topic has to be broad enough to fill a whole channel about, but niche enough so I can stand a chance against the competition. You should absolutely take a look at your competition, because if you can't rank for it after a while, that is super demotivating. But there are also other reasons why a niche could be a bad fit for a beginner. I made a video about bad niches for beginners. I will link it in the description below. But how do you research a topic on competitiveness? Let me give you an example with the topic we found earlier. Cooking ASMR. Now we see, okay, 3.6 million views is a lot of views, but how big is this channel? 18.9 million subscribers. When you want to compete with the Gordon Ramsays, with 100,000 million subscribers, then you won't be able to rank for that. The trick is to have a little bit of competition, so you know that there is actually demand for a certain topic, but not too much that you get buried by the competition and get discouraged. Okay, this is interesting, because this channel has not a lot of views. No, it has a lot of views, but not a lot of subscribers. You see here, this could be a great topic because there are channels over here with 21,000 subscribers. When you find videos that have a lot of views and not a lot of subscribers, then that is a really good topic to dive into as a beginner. If you find only channels with millions of subscribers, don't even go there. Step number 4, write down video ideas. By now we have narrowed down our list to maybe 2 or 3 channel topics. Try to come up with as many video ideas as you can. This has a couple of goals. First of all, you will notice on which channel you have the most ideas for. If you have no problem with coming up with video ideas now, you probably won't have any problems to come up with video ideas in the future. Second, the channel that has the most idea has probably the biggest potential. And if you choose the channel with the most topic ideas, you already have a huge list of video ideas to choose from when you start. Okay, step number 5. We are going to make our first video on our channel of choice. Pick one video topic and film that. So go through the whole process from scripting, filming and editing. Now evaluate. Is this something you would see yourself do for the next 5 years? Yes, then we're on the right track. No, we need to go back a step. When you start out, you want a lot of views right out of the gate. Therefore, you should definitely check out my Ultimate Beginners tutorial right here. I think that you'll also like this video a lot. If you took value from this video, you should definitely subscribe because there's more coming up.